Good morning. My name is Rita Swengros. My husband Jim and I were a part of the medical team that traveled to Haiti in January following the earthquake. We would like to spend a few minutes to give you an update on the conditions there, report on our medical mission, and to share a few of our memories. First, an update on Sagan. We've been in contact with Father Ryan, and the people in Sagan are currently well. They felt the earthquake, but there was no damage to the buildings. The roads were out due to landslides, which caused some concerns because of food supplies. But the good news is that they are able to harvest their crops. The roads have been repaired, and we are monitoring the situation to make sure people have food. We hope to be sending a team to Sagan later this year. Now on to our medical mission. We can report to you that we had great success. Our team of 25 gave care to 7,000 people. We saw people in multiple locations, including an existing clinic, the Children's Hospital, which was damaged in the earthquake, and 4 tent cities, including one next to the hospitality house where we spent the week. We dealt with a range of problems, from headaches, stomach aches, toothaches, resulting from lack of food and sleep, to infections, to traumatic injuries resulting from the quake. We have no doubt that we saved lives, but for many of the people we saw, just giving them comfort was as good as any medicine we had carried in our bags.
The faith of the Haitian people remains strong despite all that they've been through and all that they've lost. They're truly an amazing people. At times, the trip was very demanding, physically, emotionally, and sometimes spiritually. Yet God always provided a way, a sign to remind us that He was there with us. Many of us were anxious the first morning, not knowing what we were about to face. It was at that time that Tim Ryan surprised us by giving each of us a personalized card that the Holy Spirit students had made for us. The kids had signed the cards and offered their words of encouragement. It's just what we needed at the time. Each night we'd go to bed tired from treating the many injured and sick. Lying in our beds, we sometimes wondered if we were making a difference. The answer would always come in the middle of the night when we were awakened by songs coming from the neighboring tent city. The people there had lost everything, including many who had lost family members and friends, yet they would hold nightly prayer services, sometimes at midnight or 3 a.m. We would hear shouts of hallelujah, thanking God for sparing their lives and praying for His support. I had heard from some on our team that it was in hearing these nightly prayer services that gave them strength to go back out the next day. Our hardest day was actually the Sunday that we took off to rest. We decided to drive through the city to see the destruction firsthand. Even among all the ruins of death, God's presence and the faith of the Haitian people could be seen. We saw 2 Catholic churches, including the cathedral, completely destroyed, yet in front of each stood a large crucifix, completely untouched amongst the ruins. We saw people coming to pray and lay flowers at His base. We drove up in the hills to the outskirts of the city to see a large complex of the Catholic seminary. It was completely destroyed, with many personal articles, including pictures, passports, handwritten letters, and notes from some of the 20 priests and seminarians that died there, lying all over the grounds. One person pointed out a crushed chalice. Numerous groceries were laid on the ground from family members or friends who had visited the site. Our team spoke few words during that time. We got back in our vehicles and started back to our hospitality house, really unable to speak and emotionally drained from what we had just witnessed. As we traveled back in the back of our truck, a young man on a motorcycle was coming up behind us, weaving in and out of traffic. As he passed our convoy, he yelled out in a loud and clear voice, "Thank you for coming." There wasn't a dry eye among us. It's exactly what we needed at the time. We came to rescue the Haitian people, yet it seemed that they were constantly rescuing us. It was seeing these acts of faith, as well as the thankfulness, kindness, and patience of the Haitian people, that I will remember most from our trip.
Haiti is not in the news anymore. The world has moved on. Because of this, many people in the United States don't realize that the toll of the situation has grown. The death toll is now over 270,000. That's greater than the combined population of Grand Rapids and Wyoming. Another 300,000 have been injured. Many who don't have access to health care, their doctors killed in the quake, their medical records destroyed, few hospitals and clinics left standing. The homeless number, over 2 million, almost 1/4 of the country's population. There are over 510 cities in Port-au-Prince alone. Keep in mind that what we call a tent is often a cloth sheet strung up to protect the people from the sun. A second wave of the disaster is waiting to happen as the rainy season starts at the end of this month. The concern now is that the disease will spread as the Haitian people are subjected to the elements, no shelter, and very little sanitation. As members of the Holy Spirit community, we are thankful for the wonderful generosity of our parish, for the prayers that we continue to offer for those in Haiti, for the volunteers who help with the many projects to support Sagan, and for the financial assistance we provide. Please continue to remember our Haitian brothers and sisters. They desperately need our help more now than ever.